Hi everyone. Here we are going to discuss about cell suspension culture. What is cell suspension culture? It is a type of cell culture in which single cells or small aggregates of cells are allowed to function and multiply in an agitated growth medium, thus forming a suspension. The cell suspension culture requires optimization of cell line, the cultivation media, and the bioreactor system. There are two types of suspension culture: batch culture and continuous culture. Each of these cultures have its own advantage and all types are being used in practice. Cell suspension culture is mainly divided into two: batch culture and continuous culture. Batch culture includes slowly rotating culture, shake culture, spinning culture, and stir culture. Continuous culture includes chemostats, turbidostats. Batch culture. Batch culture is a type of cell suspension where the cell material grows in a finite volume of agitated liquid medium. These cultures are maintained continuously by subculturing. Batch cultures are most commonly maintained in conical flasks incubated on orbital platform shakers at the speed of 80 to 120 rpm. It is a closed system with no additions or removal of nutrient and waste products during the period of incubation. Slowly rotating cultures. Single cells and cell aggregates are grown in a specially designed flask, the nipple flask. Each nipple flask possesses 8 nipple like projections. The capacity of each flask is 250 ml. 10 flasks are loaded in a circular manner on a large flat disc of a vertical shaker. When the flat disc rotates at the speed of 1 to 2 rpm, the cell within each nipple of the flask is alternatively bathed in a culture medium and exposed to air. Shake culture. It is a very simple and effective system of suspension culture. In this method, single cells and cell aggregates in a fixed volume of the liquid medium are placed in a conical flask. Conical flasks are mounted with the help of clip on a horizontal large square plate of an orbital platform shaker. The square plate moves by a circular motion at 60 to 180 rpm. Spinning culture. The large volume of cell suspension may be cultured in 10-liter bottle which are rotated in a culture spinner at 120 rpm at an angle of 45. Stir culture. This system is also used for large-scale batch culture. In this method, the large culture vessel is not rotated, but the cell suspension inside the vessel is kept dispersed continuously by bubbling sterile air through culture medium. The use of an internal magnetic stirrer is the most convenient way to agitate the culture medium safely. Magnetic stirrer revolves at 200 to 600 rpm. The culture vessel is a 5 to 10 liters round bottom flask. Continuous culture. Continuous cultures can be open or closed system cultures. In these cultures, the fresh medium is continuously added and the detoxification of the media is avoided by continuously removing leftover nutrients and metabolic end products from the medium. Chemostat. Fresh medium is added while the same amount of the culture is harvested. This maintains steady cell growth. However, the special case in this type of culture is the concentration of one of the nutrients, nitrogen, phosphorus, and glucose, is adjusted to be growth limiting. Turbidostat. The biomass of the cells are constantly maintained at the level below the maximum yield. All the nutrients are present in excess, unlike one limiting factor as in chemostat culture. The addition of the fresh medium is controlled by the change in the turbidity of the culture. What are the advantages and disadvantages of cell suspension culture? Advantages. The nutrients can be continuously adjusted. The system can be scaled for large scale production of the cells. A whole plant can be regenerated from a single plant cell. Disadvantages. The productivity of suspension cultures decrease over extended subculture periods. Slow growth and low productivity of plant cells. Cells may get damaged by shear conditions. Thank you.